Hello loves, you've got another one of my flexi finger design videos. This is something I was just having a play around, so I thought I'd film it and show you how it came out. I don't very often do freehand art because I seem to shake the minute I start doing it, but I did it this time and I'll talk you through what I did, what I used. So as always, I'm using Glitterbels as my core system. This is pink opal shimmer and I'm just placing my bead down to do a reverse smile line. As it's warm, I did have my monomer cooled down so we didn't set too super fast. So I'm blending that bead back up and feathering it so that we don't have a harsh line, and then I'm just starting to position it, tap it with my brush really gently, just to kind of get the shape of the smile line that I want, which is really an individual thing. Then I'm going to go in with my second bead and I'm going to place that closer to the cuticle. And here I could have picked up a bigger bead really. I work with a small brush, it's just what I'm used to, I think. I'm going to push that bead up, tuck it around the cuticle and down the side walls, and then pull it down. My brush was a bit wet, so I'm just taking some of the moisture out there. Blend that bead into the first bead, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out those side areas because I don't want my smile that deep. So I'm just going to place a bead down this side, pop it where I want it, blend it in with the other beads. And I think I accidentally caught this one with my brush and I was like, ah! Because it was quite wet. There you go, I was like, ah no, but it's okay. Where I worked quite wet, it was still playable and mouldable. I hope you're all enjoying this beautiful, beautiful weather. We're still sitting happily here at 29-30 degrees. Absolutely gorgeous. So I've just placed that bead in there, filling in any little gaps and tucking it in as close as I can get it. Get my brush right in there. And then anything obviously I need perfecting, I'll perfect with the file once this has cured, or set, should I say. And then I'm just doing the same on this side, placing a bead down, working it into the areas I need the product and blending it so there's no harsh lines. It's just really to give that smile line a slightly different shape. So once that's set, I can file it in, as you can see here. This is all filed in, and then I brush the dust off, but then I do actually go over with my brush with a little bit of monomer on it and wet down the rest of the nail. It just removes any little bits that might be hanging around, and it also gets the nail ready for the next layer of acrylic. Sorry, I kept hitting my camera arm. So I'm going to go in now with, oh, this is Snow Angel from Smiley's Glitter Store. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to go in now and put a thin clear base down of Glitterbels glass slippers. Just a very thin base. So then I can press the glitter into it because the glitter does have some quite chunky pieces. So instead of just picking it up, I wanted to work with a very wet base and then tapping my brush into the glitter and placing that onto the nail instead. But you can do it any way you want. I just preferred to do this particular glitter this way. What I love about this glitter is you've got your big hexes that really reflect that light and give off that iridescent glow, and then you've got these small pieces as well that really fill the nail up and give it that depth. It's a beautiful, beautiful glitter, and it looks gorgeous matte and high shine finish. If I feel that the acrylic is drying, then I will just pop a little damp bead down. Look at that, shiny, shiny. So once I'm happy with that, I then wait for the acrylic just to set so that glitter's nice and firm. And then I'm gonna pop some monomer on it just to let it soak in, so that when I go in with the clear acrylic to cap, it bonds nicely. There's no air bubbles, there's no trap dust or anything like that. I'm working quite wet because I want it to go in all around that glitter. There was a couple of air bubbles there, but the minute I touched them with the brush, they disappeared. And I'm going in with my second bead, taking it up that side and down, nice and wet. And then right at the tip of the nail and blend that back up. And then pull the remaining product down to the tip. Nice and gently again, using minimal strokes here really, you're just guiding the product and letting gravity do the work. That way it's going to be nice and crystal clear. Take that little bit off the end. And then I'm checking it, looking at areas where I need to go back in with more clear. So I decided to place it there because I wasn't happy with the shape anyway. And I knew I'm going to file it in afterwards so I can kind of perfect it. And then I'm blending that bead down into the other beads. And I'm aware that the sides are currently not looking the neatest, but that's fine. I just hand filed them, it was absolutely fine. I'd rather make sure all the glitter is beautifully capped than have to file into it and mess it up. So once I'm happy with that now, I'm going to let it set and then hand file it just to refine the shape. I go sidewall, around the cuticle area, and then sort of the main bulk of the nail and perfect that shape. I did that off camera though because it's easier. So here we are, this is the nail file, and as you can see it looks really pretty matte. The glitter itself looks stunning, but we didn't go matte. I actually got this long brush from an art shop, like £4, and then I shaved some of the bristles down. It's not perfect, it's thicker than I would like, but I was just having a play because it's been a long time since I've done any of this, and I got this basic black acrylic paint, a huge tube of it for like £2.75. And I just added a little bit of water to thin it down. So I really do want to get the Ugly Duckling long striper brush. I saw it in Sarah's Nail Secrets and I was like, oh, I need that brush. I just haven't got it yet, so I picked up this while I was out. But I don't do a lot of freehand work because I just panic. I panic all the time, every time. This was off the top of my head, this design. I didn't plan it, I didn't reference. I just was literally having nail play, you know how you do, and I just thought I'd film it. But in an ideal world, these lines would be thinner, which I would require a thinner brush to do that. So I'm literally just going in and creating lines and shapes, and I go around the smile line with my dotting tools as well. Just create a little bit of definition and design to the nail really. I do go around the smile line as well, just because I felt it needed something extra. I mean, this would make a really cool accent nail. Or you could have a full set like this, really, if you had the time. I've kept everything in real time. My nails are looking grubby. I need to do some new nails. I caught my index finger. Oh, I caught it really badly. Oh God, it made my knees go. It's still on, but it's really bruised. So I'm just literally having a play around, adding little bits and bobs. I used my nail to take off, so there was just this tiny little bit of black outside that circle, and it was really irritating me. I was like, get off! And then I just went in a little bit more. I added, I think it was like an upside down triangle here, and then a line at the bottom. Just I felt that bit needed something. Now, because this is an acrylic paint and I added water to it, it did take a little bit longer to dry. But the advantage is, if you don't like what you've done, you can just literally wipe it off with a little bit of either isopropyl alcohol or acetone. Well, not acetone, but you could, I suppose. Acetone-free nail polish remover, that would work. I sound a bit tired today because I've been out all day. It's school holidays, isn't it? So I'm just a bit... So that's that dry. I'm going in with CJP Tack Free Top Gloss, which is the shiniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And watch this glitter just come to life in front of your eyes. It's so insanely beautiful. I can't even cope. I think I could just have my whole hands just covered in this glitter, that is. Just everything. Look at that. So beautiful. I've put a final shot. That will cure for 60 seconds in my lamp. Thank you for watching. If there's anything else you want to see or you want me to try, just let me know. Take care. Bye.